Hi everyone, this is Sean Kennedy here from Java SE Certification Training, the YouTube channel, and what I would like to discuss is the command line, running Java from the command line and getting your program to run from the command line while passing in arguments. Sometimes this can be a little tricky, especially if you're inexperienced and the class path variable has to be configured. So I'll run it first of all from within the IDE and show you the relationship between the two. So I have got a project here called Anywhere. In the default package, I have got a class here called test class. And if I look at that, all it's doing in main is that it's going to output args0. Now args is a string array. Those angle brackets there mean that it's an array. What is an array? An array is a sequence of elements of the same type. Okay, so they're all strings, which is basically string is a sequence of letters and or numbers. And 0, arrays always begin with the index 0. So this is saying, give me the first one. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to output hello, and then I'm going to append on, that's what the plus is doing there, append on the first string that's passed in. And then in the package, oca.java.basics, I've got a class here called another one. And here it is here, and it's doing the same thing. Hello, another one, and then it's appending args0. So let me go back to test class. There you can see it there. And now if I want to run from within the IDE in NetBeans, I'm going to right click, go to properties, go to run. I'm going to set test class. I could browse to change it to something else, like another one if I wanted to. For example, there. And change it there if I wanted to. But I leave it at test class. And the argument that I'm going to pass in is Sean. Okay, so when I right click on that project and I click on run, hello Sean is what came up there. So now I want to go and try and run that in a similar fashion from the command prompt. Now there's two things that we need to keep in mind here. So cmd.exe is the command prompt in Windows. First of all is to run the JVM itself. It's the Java command that'll be executing that. I need the path system variable set up in Windows properly, because that's what finds the JVM. And in order to set the path variable, you just go into the control panel, into the system, go into the advanced tab there and go into the environment variables, and you'll see the path set there. It's one of the system variables. In this video, however, we're concerned with the class path, and we're going to go and use this project to do that. So I can just literally put the mouse over it, and up comes the location of that project. And if I look at the files, it shows me that there's the test class, which is in the classes directory, but that's for the test class 1. But another one is down here in this subdirectory structure for the package, because there's the package that particular file was put in. And that matches then with the OCA subdirectory underneath that Java, underneath that basics. Whereas test class, there was no package at the top, so it puts it into the default package, or the package with no name, the unnamed package. So now I need to know, how am I going to refer to the two of them? Well, the way I'm going to do it is that I'm going to set up the class path variable pointing at the classes directory. And if I go back here to the project, put the mouse over it, there's the Anywhere, SQL users, skennedy, documents, NetBeans, projects, Anywhere, and then underneath that you've got build and classes. So then when I go to my Explorer, there I can borrow that, Control C, and I will go back to the command prompt. Now, let's just go back to the root directory initially. So now I'm back at the root of C. I would like to be able to run the two programs from here, essentially. So I need to set my class path. We know that the path system variable will find the JVM for us. but we need to set up the class path so that it'll find the two class files for us. One of them being test class, which is in the default package, and the other one, which is another one, which is in oca.java.basics. So we'll set the class path. Well, you can do a set. First of all, see, it tells you that the environment variable is not defined. So we'll say set class path equal to, and then I will paste in, if you like, it's like a root directory for this particular application. So the build classes. So if I just nip back here, there's the test class in that particular build classes directory. So going back to the command prompt, if I go and I say Java test class, and then this is the arg0, space, the space acts as a delimiter, and there it is. It works. Now I want to test the other one. I go back here, it's down in this directory, OCA Java Basics, another one. So Java oca.java.basics another one, and I'll pass in SK there, and there it is. So the class path will bring you to a particular directory. It'll search that directory, and that's how it found test class when the current directory was, this is the root of C. And then this was essentially a relative directory from here. So hopefully that explained the difference between the path and the class path, which is used and where, and how it runs. If you like the video, please press like. If you wish to subscribe for further material, hit subscribe. Any comments, please leave them below. Thank you very much.